I deviate. Hey, welcome back at Scarlet Hollow. Oh my gosh. It's been a while. Look at this house. Fucking love this house. Looks so cool. I think we're good here, actually. I'm gonna turn it down on my end just a little bit. The music, anytime I open up this game, the music first just like extremely loud. Here, let's load a save. What's this one? Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday. I think we were on Tuesday, right? It's the end of episode 2, episode 3, raise perceived dare. Yes. If I continue with the world state in episode 3, please save your game now. I believe we just did. Yes. Ah, get out of here. Stop it. Yeah, return. Continue. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 3? Yeah, sure, why not? Give the full recap for people that haven't. Oh my god, hello, Eldritch! A long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and CD depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother, and your aunt seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Yeah, Duke dies. That's within like the first episode. If you guys want like the full story, go check out my YouTube. Both episode 1 and episode 2 are up. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Little frou-frou in the background. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into any trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out? Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now, anyways. Yeah, so... stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. She didn't. Little ditchling! Look at him! I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw Mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw Mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. Yeah, they found the kids in the mine. Bunch of stuff has happened since last time. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says that they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe and we can hang out wherever we want. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. That damn smile. My dad says our house is haunted. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. They fucking left the snacks. Did anybody else notice that last episode? They left the snacks. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. You can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Yeah, that's the... Stein? Stein, are you alright? Tommy knockers. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up! Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw Mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall, and to the visions it imparted upon you. Wake up. Welcome to episode 3. Sunshine filters in through the dusty window of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. Oh boy. Did that picture change? As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime from the Shaw Mine still stuck to your skin. I'm gonna take a shower. Hell no. I am for sure going to shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, your skin as if they're parted. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. I'm gonna think about Wayne. You think about Wayne and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. You're done here. Wash away your sins. Got an achieve for that. Turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Also, sorry, hello guys in the chat. Hello. Hi, it's DrCuddleStein. We got into this and then I just never, like, acknowledged you. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Time to start your day. I'm gonna check on the opossum. There's 2! There are 2 of them now. Please get out of my dresser. Can I pet you? I'm gonna pet them. Against your better judgment, you reach out to the opossums, hand outstretched. Oh, they're both playing dead. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Maybe now they'll leave your dresser and return to nature where they belong. The possums. I love opossums, they're so cute. Hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding the boot print and the viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. I don't like that. Turn back to the guest room. I'm gonna check the closet. Oh, thank God, the doll's still there. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? No, it hasn't. That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. I'm gonna message the group chat. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how are you guys holding up? Last night was terrible. What's the game plan? I get to meet Reese today! Oh yeah, we do! We get to meet Reese! It's probably a bit before you get a response. Text Stella. You pull out your phone and text Stella. In a grungy basement? Hell yeah. It's fucking Mickey! Mickey Mouse! It's our friendship's literally just gonna contain photos. That's it. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. I'll text Kanika. Pull out your phone and text Kanika. Hey, beautiful. No, I'm gonna leave her alone. Send her a photo of an exhausted Ben Affleck. I'm going to communicate only through memes with these people. Let's head downstairs. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Playing the field. Oh! Who's this one? Who's this girl? And Tabitha's just saying, oh, frou-frou, hi, frou-frou. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast. Hey man, I'm not judging. I'm gonna address the red-haired woman. Hi, I'm Stein. Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do a little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have the place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Stein. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. Thanks? All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company. What with everything that's Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Ooh. So she's a chatty woman. Hey Tabitha, how's it going? There was a massive mine collapse last night, and that almost got my cousin killed. so I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. I haven't had breakfast. My breakfast, my PB&J! But I haven't had breakfast. We'll find you something in town. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh boy. Oh, Stein, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing, everyone getting out of that situation all right. You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. My husband's the pastor, so a lot of my time's spent at the church and doing things for the community. Oh. Didn't they say something about the pastor being a little, ooh, you know, a little cuckoo? Poor Daniel. He's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot good to talk you through your worries. Wait, you're married to that creepy youth pastor I've been hearing about? Oh, dear. Are they still saying that about him around town? We hoped that would have faded as they got to know him. I'm not sure where it even came from. He's such a sweet man. He's a good father to our tulip. Always focuses his sermons on loving thy neighbor, but maybe the folks around here prefer talk of fire and brimstone. Ah, well, the offer still stands if you'd like to talk to someone. You can see for yourself whether or not he's as creepy as they say. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil? Nod sagely. Yes, tea. You nod sagely. Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? After everything that's happened the past few days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine! Okay! Keep calling him! Keep letting him get away with the stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family! Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept these things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. What are you burying? A lot of things. I'm burying Pearl Ann this coming Sunday, for instance. Damn, okay. Fucking just getting right to the point there, Tabitha. Thanks. If I were to seriously answer your question, I wouldn't actually be burying those things anymore, would I? We're burning daylight. Come on already. Jeez. Dude, Tabitha is a tough nut to crack. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smell of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Stein, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Sounds like your daughter is pretty mad at you, Sybil. Is Kanika okay? Of course. She just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I'm gonna listen in. I'm gonna be nosy. You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Subtle. I know it took a little longer than you'd hoped, but this was a fairly short notice. Sybil pauses, and a moment later your footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're saying. Dang it! Is there... Yes, make sure this is all. Not inside? Outside, then. Don't assume you know. I know what I'm... Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announces another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Stein, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Could have saved him, I'm so sorry. It's okay. My daddy used to say I'm as strong as they come. I still get scared sometimes out in them woods. I'm sure you did the best you could. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together, since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, and now he's gone. As of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady, too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move, something like that. That's a ton! Like... 2,000 pounds is a ton. Are you... Bro. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on. It's dangerous up there. I wouldn't go poking around. I ain't a stranger to what these hills have to offer. Daddy always said I wouldn't have nothing to fear as long as I learned how to use my fists. So he taught me how to do all that. Those woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy I've learned those lessons than to go out there and find him. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that showed up when something bad is going to happen. And they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of ditchlings before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find them. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no. But I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. I might as well tell him, like it's his dad. He died on the northeast edge of town, off the Asinia Trail. I don't know if I said that right. Thank you, Stein. I appreciate you trying to help us out. And don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make breakfast. Meet at the library after and figure out a plan? And don't worry, I never forget about our Reese's plans. Can't wait. And then it buzzes again. Sella sends you back an image of an exhausted alien. I will speak with these people only through memes. Hey again, lol. If you want to come over for breakfast, would honestly love to hang out. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Sliding into the DMs, are we? Oh god, she's winking at me. Kanika, stop being cute! If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Who? I don't know who to go with. Can I check in on Oscar? Here's the thing, I don't want to, like, go with anybody just yet, and I feel like that's what the game is doing, is, like, forcing me to be with someone. Bruh. I'm gonna check in on Oscar. We haven't seen the dude. You enter the library, bright with morning light. Pixel stands as you enter, arching his back expectantly. As you and Pixel locks eyes, you can hear the sound of heavy objects being shifted around deeper in the library. Follow the sound. You continue into the library. Oh! Sir! Sir! Hello! You find Oscar in the midst of moving boxes out of a dusty back room, its interior dark despite the bright light streaming through the tall library windows. Oh, good morning, Stein. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here so early. How can I help you? Wait, I can hug him? I can hug him? Oh, I'm gonna hug him. His daughter almost died. Everyone might have worked out last night, but you can't imagine the weight of being a parent and thinking about what might have happened if things had gone just a little differently. You step forward and hold Oscar in your arms. He smells like fresh coffee and old paper. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. That was nice. If you want to stick around for a bit, I wouldn't mind some company while I get the room together. Stella gave me a call after Rosalina was dropped off last night. I guess the cat's out of the bag about the annex being haunted. I'm embarrassed you'll have to find out this way, especially that I wasn't able to deal with it sooner. But I'm ready to admit I'm just not equipped to deal with whatever is in that house. I appreciate you volunteering to help my little family. Last night, Rosalina's mom... Let's get straight to the ghost stuff. Last night, how are you doing? Well, enough, I suppose. Last night was eye-opening, and made me do a lot of self-reflection. It's definitely steeled my resolve for dealing with this ghost so I can get Rosa settled back in the annex. She needs a real home. But beyond that, I'm just happy no one got hurt. I can't even think about what might have happened if you weren't down there. Thank you, Stein. Is this where we're going, chat? Am I romancing Oscar? Wasn't a problem, Oscar. Dude, swear to God, like, this'll be, like, the official playthrough that I do. But I'll definitely, like, stream all of the different, like, character options for this game, because it's just so, like, in-depth with everything. There are excruciating, extenuating circumstances, Oscar. Your house is haunted. You don't have to have shoulders. You don't have to. You don't have to shoulder these burdens alone. I'm here now. It wasn't a problem. Anyone else would have done the same. You gotta stop beating yourself up. You didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't a problem, Oscar. Anyone else would have done the same. You don't have to be so modest. From what I hear, you managed to keep them from slipping further into the mine just before the collapse started. I have you to thank for my daughter's safety. Now I just have to do a better job of maintaining it myself. I can't squander this opportunity to be a better dad for her. Tonight we're going to get rid of that ghost. Where's Rosalina? She stayed over with Alexis last night. We talked about it and decided Alexis's basement is a better place for her until the ghost has been sorted out. It's probably good for her to spend time with a friend, someone who knows what she's been through. Oh, little gay, oh, they're friends. Fruity friends. Fruity. Sorry, I'm eating a cosmic brownie. Love cosmic brownies. Interesting. Okay. So Alexis and Rosalina are chilling. What else? The basement is really nice. There's a pull-out couch and fresh carpets. Even a bathroom just for her. We've been using the library bathroom. There isn't even a shower in there, just a sink and a toilet. God, that's so embarrassing to admit. I can't imagine how I must sound. So scared of a ghost I didn't even want to go back to the house to shower. And expecting my teenage daughter to make do with an ancient sink and a library bathroom. I think you'll understand soon enough, once the sun sets. Have you talked to the other kids' parents? Of course, all except Zane's. He's a bit of a mystery to me, just a cloud of pot smoke that floats in and out of the library every now and then. I don't even know his last name. Good kid, though. But I talked with Alexis's folks for some time while the girls got settled in for their sleepover. It seems like last night was a wake-up call for a lot of us. We just assumed that living in a small town like this meant our kids were growing up a little more sheltered than kids in a bigger city. That we didn't have to worry if they stayed out late or strayed far from home. I guess now we know better. Except for Becca's parents. They're pretty keen on blaming everyone except themselves. Bruh. You're telling me Becca's parents are, oh my god, toxic! Apparently her dad got a call from your cousin last night. Sounds like he got demoted for telling his daughter it was safe to go into that mine. It's so funny how Oscar's voice, like, changes. Because I just can't pin down, like, a good, like, husky voice for him. That and I'm eating a cosmic brownie. It's all those two can talk about. I'm surprised you let Rosalina out of your sight. I couldn't force her to sleep in the room that drove her away in the first place. What was I thinking making her sleep here? Rosalina's mom. It's not rude to ask where's Rosalina's mom. It keeps giving me hot options, and I so want to, but at the same time I'm trying to be respectful. This guy's like an unmarried man. If it's not rude to ask where's Rosalina's mom, it's not rude, especially at a time like this. Oscar takes a moment before responding, carefully thinking over his words. She's not a part of Rosalina's life. Just wasn't ready for a kid, I think. She thought she was, but it didn't last. I can't really blame her. We were both too young. Neither one of us was really ready for that kind of responsibility. It's all ancient history now. We haven't spoken in years. Last I heard, she married a lawyer and moved into a big house up in Ohio somewhere. Fucking Ohio! Tell me about your haunting. Ah, yes. The haunting. Oscar gets a distant look in his eye. It started with the floor bleeding in Rosalina's room. Before you say anything, it wasn't rusty water and it wasn't wine. It was blood. AB negative, actually. I couldn't believe it was happening, so I ordered a kit online to test the stuff. And then I started seeing the figure. I could never get a good look at it, but I knew when it was there. It was just a feeling I'd get, like someone was about to stab me in the back, and I'd turn around and see a flash of someone leaving the room. Just enough that I know there had been someone there. Ooh, spooky. Just thinking about it makes me want to hide under the covers. Oscar pauses, lost in dark recollections. The clearest look I ever got was one night when I was coming back to the house after doing some reshelving. I saw it, plain as day, standing in her doorway, silhouetted like there was a light shining behind it. I couldn't make out the face, obscured in shadows as it was. I thought I heard it say something, a name I couldn't make out. It sounded like a question, like it was asking if I was that person. Then its head caved in. He's reliving the moment with vivid clarity. You could see the hair on his arms standing on end as he pictured what it looked like in the doorway. That was the last night we stayed in that house. As soon as that thing disappeared, I got Rosalina out of there, and we've been in the library ever since. Jesus. That is like a bona fide ghost haunting. Holy fuck. How do you know it's a ghost? I suppose I don't. But I'm an educated man. I like to consider myself rational. And the normal rational explanation for what's going on in the annex, there aren't any. I thought I might be hallucinating and that maybe there was a gas leak, or so I hired someone to come in and check out our pipes. Nothing. Clean as a whistle. I tested the blood seeping out of Rosalina's floor. It's blood. No two ways about it. And it's not a one-time spill, either. I scrubbed it clean every day just for there to be a fresh stain the following night. So, is it a ghost? Who knows? But whatever it is, it defies my every attempt to identify it. If that isn't a ghost, then what is? So we're dealing with a full-body apparition. Got it. Whatever it is, I'm sure there's a rational explanation. Maybe it's just a guy in a scary mask trying to run you off the property. Can't believe I have to go in there tonight. I'm gonna explore a little bit more. Have you considered moving out? Like, out of the house? Out of the town? Maybe out of state? There's just not enough money to move anywhere. I have student loans to pay off and a kid to raise. It's not like we have a lot of disposable income. We got a good deal on this place. Much better than the markup the Scarlets charge non-minors for their housing. No offense to your family, but your cousin owns most of the houses in Scarlet Hollow, so our options are pretty limited. It's either buy a dilapidated homestead out in the farms, get fleeced by your cousin, or spend money we don't have to move someplace new, which also comes with the bonus of separating Rosalina from all her friends. All over a ghost we aren't even sure is real. So we come to the fourth option. Get rid of whatever is haunting the annex and keep saving for Rosalina's college fund until she's able to leave this place for good. Did you grow up here? I did. I was raised by two loving parents just a few doors down. May they rest in peace. I came here to work in the mines before I was born. I went off to college, planning to never come back, but it didn't take long for me to find my way back here, this time with a granddaughter they could dote on. They loved Rosa, even more than they loved me, I think. But it's just us now, a little family of 2. If you managed to leave for college, how did you ever wind up coming back? You should have stayed gone. That was the plan, but this county did a big education pushback when I was still getting my master's. Library jobs are more difficult to find than you think, and this one basically fell into my lap. The county subsidizes rent, and we get a whole house to ourselves, and until a few years ago, Rosalina's grandparents were here to help take care of her. It seemed perfect, and for a while, it was. But I suppose nothing lasts forever. So we're dealing with a full-body apparition. Got it. Oh, good. It sounds like you know what you're doing. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet you all there. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. As if on cue, you can hear the faint sound of other people in the library, somewhere back towards the entrance. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. With everything that happened last night, it just slipped my mind. They're probably going to start setting up soon, and I'm barely decent. Game. Stop it! It's a little unprofessional. Yeah, you look pretty indecent. Put something on. Can I just eye him? Can I just leer at him? Not in like a bad way, but like a, you know, checking you out way. I'm gonna eye him silently. You eye him silently. You're right, I'm too indecent. But I don't think I have any clean clothes right now. The shirt from yesterday is soaked in worry sweat, and it's not like it's easy to do laundry when you're stuck in the back room of a library. I might just have to make myself scarce. I'm sure folks will understand. Maybe Rosalina and Alexis will swing by. I know they both love the mayor. Gotta meet the mayor and tell him there's a curse on the town. He's not really that kind of mayor. If you want a picture with him, you're barking up the right tree. But if you actually want anything to get done, you'd have to talk to, well, your cousin. The Scarlets have run this town as far back as anyone can remember. You go on ahead. I'll check in with Rosalina and meet up with y'all later. It's time to meet the mayor. Head back. Leave Oscar to his work and make your way... I'm looking respectfully. I just got an achievement for that. I'm looking respectfully, chat. You leave Oscar to his work and make your way back to the lobby. It's busier than you've seen it. A small crowd is formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! A little ghosty! I half expected you to finally skip town. Yes, the whole gang's here. Been waiting to introduce Stein to the mayor for like the entire time I've known them. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? Who are we Oh! Oh! It's a dog! He's a dog. Not only is this mayor a dog, but judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, every mayor of Scarlet Hollow has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. Something terrible is happening to this town. He's so cute! I knew he'd be a dog. Honestly, makes sense. Dog posters. I'm gonna shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. Reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends in Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth. No contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. It looks like Gretchen doesn't like Mayor Jimmy. I bet that's gonna be something that, like, is more expanded upon if I had, talk with animals as a trait. Should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. Follow them. Okay. We met the dog. We met the dog mayor! It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Oh no. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Stein. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Yikes. Definitely creepy. Don't talk to me. Back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. I doubt Pearlian's in a better place. It sounded like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good, deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave. And it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. I'm a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of your parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits, lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. There's blood seeping out of the floor, real blood. There were ghosts in the mines last night. Really? Are you sure you weren't just seeing something normal? Trauma has funny ways of manifesting itself. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. People in town seem to think there's something wrong with you. Are they calling me creepy again? I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Folks in this town sure have an interesting sense of humor. But it's really funny. Anyways, I just thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever needed to talk through your feelings about Pearl Ann's passing. Or your mother's passing, for that matter. I see what everyone meant. You've got a vibe. I don't think you're creepy. Everyone else is wrong. Sounds lovely, thank you. I'm not religious. I'm not religious. There's no need to have a religious background. Counseling is much more about giving people an opportunity to be heard. I'm not going to try to convert you or anything. I just want to help support the fine folks of this community and their families in any way I can. And that includes you. No pressure, of course. But if you ever feel like you're struggling and can use a good listener, you know where to find me. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, Stein. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Oh, it's Stella and Kanika in the background. Yeah, no, that's that painting from, like, what they were talking about back in episode 2. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Go after them. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper in the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until the spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not gonna waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are gonna be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. We have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the haunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely! Come on, Stein. Time to go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See you all tonight. Time to go. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Y'all are right, his vibes were bad. He and Janie keep trying to make me go to church. That's all I really have to say. I met him. He's been met. I have no opinions on the man. I mean, yeah, he's creepy, but I would assume that's just, like, in general, like, the vibe he gives off. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. Like, I've known people that have kind of a creepy vibe, but they are actually really good people. Sorry, I'm moving. Wow, really? I've always thought he makes a memorably skin-crawling first impression. Yeah, he has the tendency to stick in people's minds for one reason or another, and they're almost never good reasons. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. As far as I'm concerned, he's a ghoul. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Invite Tabitha to go ghost hunting. Secretly. Bruh. Should we invite Avery ghost hunting? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I'm mind having a calming presence with us. I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. Won't be much help too if Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. What about Tabitha? What about her? You're not planning on inviting her, are you? Oh my god, yes! Can you imagine how much fun that would be if she actually shows? Stella, come on. I know you think you have some sort of bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you. You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe if she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along. No. Invite her anyways. I'm inviting her. I want to see what happens. Kanika sighs as you shoot your cousin a text and invite her to the evening's ghost hunt. What if she says no? Like, if she says no, she says no. Alright, I guess she's your family and she'll probably be too busy at the mines to even show anyways. Aw, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, we'll have another opportunity to forge a bond of friendship between the two of you. Head to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? Three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Checking to make sure that... we just like left Tabitha with Sybil. Fucking... You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. There's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Hi! It's too late, the door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Stein, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Stein updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. You brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave some treats. You know, I always have some of those easy chewed dog jerky stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Stein? Are you coming in? I trust dogs. Why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? I'm gonna ask that. I trust dogs. Why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? No clue. She's always made a fuss around me. Reese doesn't do well with dogs. Now come on in. Let's get this over with. Wait, his... Did I see that right? His, like, fingernails are long. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. Why? He's so lanky. He's so lanky. Hello? Hi. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile. Uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wander into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance so that only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. He elongated his nails. Is that normal for him? You made your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might have expected of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Whoa! Oh. Reese? You seen anybody right now? This is so cool. It's so interesting. Oh my gosh. He has so much supplies. Discarded canvases lined its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Your mom really looks out for you. Kanika's right. Your mom is scary. If you ever need a model, I'm here till Monday. That would be amazing. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be incredible to have such a captivating model. I look forward to the company. And I hope I can do your likeness justice. Kanika's eyes dart uncomfortably towards the floor. Oh, Kanika! I'm sorry! I like tortured artists, okay? Oh my god. Your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary. Maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. I know you think you need her. There's plenty of people out there who would love to dote on you. Guys, don't come after me, please. I really... Why does he have to look like this? He's so just like... I know you think you need to take care... I know you think you need her to take care of you, but I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who would love to dote on you. I wouldn't want to burden anyone else. You can just ignore them, Reese. They're apparently just like this with everyone. Stein's just being sweet, Neeks. I thought it was kind of sweet too. Anyway, did you know she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably asleep, that's all. Are you sure it's not just that I did something wrong and she's never forgotten it and will hold it against me until the day I die? Actually, Kanika, I think she admires you. She says you have a good work ethic, and she has a lot of respect for people like that. Really? She really said that? Whoa. Then I can't imagine how mean she must be to the people she doesn't like. I think she's usually nicer to them. That's how you know you've really messed up. What about me? Does she say things about me? Do you want to know? Well, when you say it like that, no. I'll just keep imagining us as very good friends. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... There's nothing to apologize for. I appreciate the effort. Really do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. Hold on. I'm gonna... pop this up. Okay. Because I keep seeing, like, stuff on my Discord, like, people going, like, offline and then coming back online, and it's distracting me, so. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's like I have a lot of perspective on what's... But it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass. Thanks. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Stein around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches. Like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else. And I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys. But you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine. Really. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though the answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it's just weird, like this. Ooh. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Ha! Why? Why is that a sound? What the fuck? Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope. It feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy underneath the skin sometimes. But I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Your art. It's exquisite. Thank you, Stein. I don't really make my art for other people, so it's always a nice surprise when it resonates with someone. Especially considering how personal these pieces are to me. Yeah, no, like all of this stuff. It's nuts. I've always been very interested in like the gore artists on Twitter, like Trevor Henderson. There's a couple others, like there's Leo Vincible. Having other people look at them sometimes feels like I'm having them look over a raw wound. You know, I've still got that painting I stole from you back in high school. I even took it to college with me. You make good stuff, dude. Oh no, you should get rid of that old thing. It's ancient. Knowing there are people out there who might see something I made in high school is horrifying. No way. It's rad. And people compliment it all the time. You could get a real following if you ever posted these online, you know. Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they'd expect something out of you that you might not be able to give to them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I gonna be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions, since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing some have retroactively given my life value. Yeah, no, like the stuff here. This is really interesting. There's one right there. Oh, there's two here. Looks so cool. Well, I mean, like, at least he has, like, a computer and a TV, you know, like, stuff to keep himself occupied. That's quite a movie collection you've got in your ex. Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. We could always ditch. The movie sounds good. No, I'll take a rain check. I'll take a rain check on that movie now. Though. No. Though. Though no. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Stein. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the tomb. The school here is a tiny K-12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks, and we're stuck with them through the whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled into something foul every morning before school. Same here. Though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Wanna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Mood. Everybody's just like, ah! Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for weeks. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure y'all wash your hands. With soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the table. Sure thing, Doc. I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. Bruh. Go to wash your hands. No use saying anything here. It's probably best just to silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. Ooh. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. It's very interesting artwork. Huh. Sorry, I like looking at things in the background because it might like give some like foresight or insight. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Oh, it's just open the door. Open the door, open the door, open the door. Wait. Is that all it is? Oh, that's creepy. I'm gonna do this one. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? Return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh no you don't. Come on. Wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Yeah, his nails are... and his ears are also pointed. What? Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, and her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Why is... oh boy. About Reese. Does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy even if bad things have happened to them. I guess living in denial is a kind of happiness, sure. What exactly does he have? He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into. A lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again, so let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced towards her son before flitting back to a position of annoyance. Interesting. Is she... Is she doing something to her son? Is that why he's so sick? You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. It must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Ow! Jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like, it won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. Reese is a talented artist. You must be pretty proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Let's do small talk. The food's really good. Why would I lie about that? Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over, hungry teenagers, eating me out of house and home. Should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. You're a doctor. Have you ever seen a dead body? I have. That is a strange thing to bring up at the dinner table, or in any other context for that matter. I assume you must be referring to the possible remains of Duke Calloway. But I was under the impression that he was only missing, not dead. He's definitely dead. I have the footage, if you need confirmation. That won't be necessary. I suppose if there's a corpse to be found, I'll see it soon enough. Dr. Kelly is the Scarlet Hollow coroner. If someone dies in the holler, she knows. Stella, I've invited you into my home from the goodness of my heart. Could you please have some decorum at the dinner table? Isn't a coroner an elected official? Yes, and I'm not that. I'm a medical examiner. I'm a doctor who can perform autopsies. But it's not something I have to do very often, and not exactly what I'd call dinner talk, so let's drop it. Shall we? You can feel the tension at the table start to rise. Jeez, sorry. My voice is getting kind of ugh. Jeez. My gosh. What else can we ask? What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. There's suddenly a wistful look in her eye, like she's glimpsing back to some brighter time in her life. Kanika softens too, her shoulders lowering from their defensive place up by her ears. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues. Whatever it was that captured their imaginations that week. The glimmer of joy at the corner of her eye fades. Her glower returns in its place. So like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the dog could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw on media and very sad about the squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. If you're the medical examiner, do you know how my aunt died? She suffocated. Tabitha said she suffered from sleep apnea, and at your late aunt's age, it can be deadly. She should have come in more often. She'd let me know she was having trouble sleeping. We could have worked on a solution. And who knows, maybe she'd still be here. No one in the holler thinks they need a doctor until they're 6 feet under, I swear. Jeez. Why didn't you want me poking around the clinic? You seemed awfully guarded about me checking out that door. Because it's closed. Doctors don't usually just let people wander around their clinics. Of course, Dr. Kelly, we would never. I'm sure Stein is just joking. Right, Stein? You know, I can't say I ever felt drawn to the place before, but the secrecy is starting to make it feel awfully compelling. Stella, don't you think of getting any ideas from Stein. No one is playing hide and seek in my private offices. Not today, not ever. Stein, she doesn't need any more bad influences. Yeah, but what if it's haunted? This place was built out of an old Civil War hospital, right? It was a TV clinic, too. Double haunted. I can't believe I never went ghost hunting here. Are you sure you don't want us to check it out? We have a whole bunch of extra experience after tonight. It's not haunted. Now drop it. You can feel the tension at the table start to rise. The danger. There's no need for everyone to be so tense. Everything's okay. We're all just having a nice dinner. Speak for yourself. Doc, really, it's fine. You're right, you're right. I haven't been giving this a chance. I'm gonna do the danger and then I'll ask that last question. You seen any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been... what? There are these things called ditchlings, and they've been preying on the local wildlife, and Stein and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, I see. They're some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there, laying eggs on animals and doing God knows what else. And here I thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she managed to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories. Neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy, and their faces. They're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your grisly faces, so you've started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside, it's just raccoons or... Stop. Stop. Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anybody else. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It's a HIPAA violation, Stella. Even I know that. It could help our investigation into the stranger goings on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigations into what? The mind collapse? Your little ghouls? I think this is best left to professionals. Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that, and treat it as the accident it was, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined things. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. She's like awfully dodgy with these questions. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage it looked like there was something pupating inside of one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Do you know a Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Stein around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any miners who have unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. Hey, Mamba. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Stein ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Literally, HIPAA violation. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. The tension at the table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week, while Stein is still in town? We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the darkness. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. That is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement all alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Don't think I don't know something is up here. Don't think I don't know something is up here. I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. That's like way too obvious. Just like the way that she holds herself. Like something must be going on between Reese and Dr. Kelly. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid, and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. I don't know. It's pretty, it seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone is afraid of anyone in that house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of a ghost interaction. It's always a bad move to be your own children's doctor. Oh, for sure. Like, the thing is that Dr. Kelly is actually, like, a medical examiner, but there is definitely something really fucking weird going on with those two. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Ooh! Ditchlings. Look at him. Oh, look, he's right there. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure. Its walls hold something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the evening of the past few days. The events of past few days. Blah. Dude. The ghost hunt seems like the perfect place to sneak in some smooching under the guise of splitting up and searching for clues. God damn it. Maybe a special someone might be interested in breaking off from the rest of the group. Before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, the ditchings grow bolder. Enter the library. Pixel! Oh, little baby, so cute. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Oh yeah, by the way, apparently this town is run by a fucking dog. like their mayor is a dog. Which I think is so fucking funny. Oh man. Meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Oh, Gretchen. Hi, Gretchen. Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? Shh! You can't yell in a library, it's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay. Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. Just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlight, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches, and a candle for rituals. Candles for rituals. Is this just fucking phasmophobia? Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for a lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Why is everybody in this game fucking hot? Glad there would be someone else with a level head in there tonight. Blah. I love reading. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? Never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw something. Some really unexplainable stuff on Monday. And that mine only collapsing again after 100 years. While y'all were there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. I've got a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. Who knows how many more are lurking around here. Are those the monsters you saw in the woods? Just once I'd like to actually see some of this stuff myself. Trust me, you don't. If Sybil's right, we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. These mines were chock full of ghosts last night. Old Town is one big supernatural death trap. I swear it's not usually like this. It's a really nice place to visit most of the time, just not this week apparently. Yeah, you can tell from the shuttered storefronts and jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time, and it's decided to be a little more obvious about it now. The leaves are really pretty this time of year though. They sure are. See, it has its charms. Yo! Don't rush off ghost hunting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane! Glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. It looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You didn't think you'd do this without me, did you? Rosalina, I thought you were at Alexis's place. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Oh, hi Zane. What's up? Yo. You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore. Dad, I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost, or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house. I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew what it was there. If you knew it was there. I mean, Zane's coming. Let Oscar handle this. I don't... like, Rosalina already went through, like, one traumatic thing. And that's the... like, the mind collapsing. So I'm gonna let Oscar handle this. He decided it's best to let Oscar handle this. Rosa, it could get dangerous in there. Just hang out in the library and we'll have this taken care of in a few hours. Come on, Dad. If you're letting Zane tag along, Alexis and I have every right to be there too. She's got a good point, Mr. G. Yeah, we can totally handle this. Okay. I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay? Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. No, everybody's here. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human, to even be haunted. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Oh! The gang's all here! Oh, I got an achieve for that. Hold it. You're not taking my cousin along on any more of your little hijinks without me. Tabby! I can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Sign. After I explicitly asked you not to. At least you did me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you'd be tonight, so I didn't have to waste my time looking for you. Great. She made it. Wow, Stein, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Stein, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? She just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. I'm just placating her. What? I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah, so what? Like it's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Stein. Do you really have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. This is literally phasmophobia. You gotta turn off the lights or the spirit box doesn't work. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I've got chills. The temperature gun says it actually dropped a couple degrees colder. But that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is this it? This isn't very scary. I feel a presence. No. I feel like if we had like mystical as like one of our traits, that would be something we could do, is like figure out what the fuck the ghost is. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spend most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. Can I just fuck with them just a little bit? Come on, ghosts, let's see some real action. It's like, this is literally Phasmophobia. What's up, demons? It's your boy! I'm scared. Let's just leave. Alright, gang, I think we'll cover more ground if we split up and search for clues. Let's see who this really is. That's another achieve that I got. Sure, me and my cousin can search the least dangerous room, like a bathroom or a closet. If we're splitting up, I'll be the one sticking by Stein, Tabitha, not you. Not that it matters, though, because we're not doing that. Ghost or no, splitting up is always a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, some jars for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. That sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it. What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence. Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather... Oh wait. I think I'd rather take that chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has freaked you out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Ew, no, Gretchen, why are you standing on it? Gross. Many boys. Oh, there's a little love note. Aww. Anime drawings. Little pet plushie. Oh, so cute. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. Dusty, suffocating dizziness feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa! Please, no. Gretchen, please tell me you're not licking the stain. Poor baby. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've suddenly turned into a New Yorkie. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea! I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Ghost blood. Definitely ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Stein and Stella are suggesting. I don't know. Ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way. I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I'm sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. There's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch? Nope. There's a broken seal around its edges. Somebody doesn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right? There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright. You got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can feel it. Still no readings, though none of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or a crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I've tested it. Well, you tested wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we've solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room. I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. I'm coming to Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Some friend Stella turned out to be. She keeps testing. Okay, what the hell is going on? Maybe it's another gas pocket or mold? Something shaken loose by the collapse yesterday? I don't know. This isn't exactly a normal occurrence for me. Now let's get the hell out of here before the bad air gives us brain damage. Cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. Let's not get separated from her. You have no objections to Tabitha's plan. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Oh! Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This... Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Do you see the creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Pinch Tabitha to see if you're dreaming. You reach forward and pinch your cousin. Ow! Hey! What was that for? You suddenly remember you're supposed to pinch yourself to see if you're dreaming. Tabitha glares at you. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait. Do you hear music? Oh! That actually scared me. Oh my god. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Huh? You echo Tabitha's sentiment. Stella, it's us. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie, you gotta be kidding me. Quit messing around. Yeah, what the hell are you trying to pull, Stella? You're freaking Stein out. You're not the only one freaking out right now. Tabitha is also clearly freaking out. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely should have shown up. You absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what father might do. I'm not scared of father. Okay, what is this? Some kind of scene? Wow, great job, you got me. You can stop now. A flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you that she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She's in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides my father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up! I'm more important than your responsibilities. Let's just try to find an exit or something. I've had enough. You should get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. One sec, guys. Get you out of here, Stella, I promise. Let her go, please. She's gone along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into this weird garden greenhouse, whatever it is. She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Oh, this little ditchling. Ew. Let's turn back. Yeah, maybe we just got turned around? Two of you turn around only to be met with the same door. Where's the annex? Where are we? I don't think we ever left the annex. Bullshit! This is all bullshit! She storms up the door, throwing it open. Jesus. What is happening? Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. A shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. What? Okay. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... what? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting... I can't hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Junior, pack up your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail, too. Make an example of the whole family. Charlie and now Junior? Grab Tabitha, turn around, and just leave. Okay, I'll pack real good. Am I going to have to deal with you doing this all night? Please, he's an only child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Collapse, Junior leaving, Charlie returning, it's starting to come together. Great. Mystery solved. You can let us go now, Ghost. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep hacking. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry up, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you are packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Mommy, I'm scared. Make the bad man go away. Don't play along, Stein. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight, and what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. People keep talking to us. Who are we supposed to be? Continue listening. You quietly continue listening. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones. Even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? The puppet. The figure's gone too. Your guess is as good as mine. Who did you call on the phone earlier? A friend of the family. Not that it matters though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell, and whatever we saw in this room at least happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There are so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this, shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. Oh, little ditchling. There's another one. He's there again. Look at him. Look at him. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm. The insects lively. Their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. What magic words do I have to say to get you to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off so much, I'm sorry. Jeez. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Is it just me, or does that shadow keep getting closer? Oh god. Dang, how'd you know I have the hots for Edwardine? Okay, gross. Stunning performance, by the way. I'm sure this is exactly how he sounded back in the day. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? It looks like there's more to this haunting other than the collapse. It looks like there's more to this haunting other than the collapse. I don't think I want to know so much about some fling my great-grandmother had. This is definitely too much information. And it really has nothing to do with me. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for a lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. You want that to be the two of you? Has there been some kind of theme with the possessions? Like who's playing what role? Is the ghost mad because Edwardine and Charlie's romance didn't work out? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather? He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. I don't know much besides that, so don't bother asking. Listen to the figure. Why wouldn't I want to be like my parents? What do you even know about my parents? The powers at work here are stronger than ever, than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, but the hand is empty. Everything you need is on that map. Symbolism of these rooms could be helpful. I think I can parse some of it. Thoughts? The symbolism of these rooms could be helpful. I think I can parse some of it. The butterflies and the flowers could symbolize something that looks like it should be sweet, but is actually rotten. Do you know what some of the other stuff is? No, and I don't see how that helps us. It's obvious that no one should trust this lady. I mean, just listen to the way she talks. I don't need a fly-infested flower to tell me something is up with her. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down and be careful. Good luck to both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweet, suffocating flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resonant clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? I think he's... Oh hey, it's Tabitha's ex. Shut up, Stein. Don't you dare say that. The breakup was a pretty sign. Best not to tease at the ragged edges. Tabitha grabs your arm, her grip tight and nervous. We're getting out of here. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Stein. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Tabitha bolts from the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. Hey, so are you still into him? Because I wouldn't mind shooting my shot. Aw, y'all having a lover's spat? I don't even know what to say to this. Bro, tell me now. Did you kill Sam Wayne? Absolutely not. I'm telling you the truth. Please stop asking, and if you see that thing again, just ignore it. Or better yet, run away. Now come on. If it got in here, there must be a way out. Jesus. Ditchling, there's the guy again. Two of you step out from the brush and head into a long wooden corridor lined with bottles and rails. Figure rises to attention, blocking your way. Afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. Dude, what is this? There's the hand. The hand's right there. Little ditchling. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself— oh god, that is— pulls itself into you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away, and sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So Oscar is Charles Sr. It'll all be over soon. This looks especially painful, like on an emotional level. Even if everyone else could understand what we were saying, I wonder if he can even hear us. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Dad, it's okay. Spiteful to the end, wasn't he? You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out. They didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Oh my god, I can't listen to that. I hope this scene doesn't last too long. It's just like wailing. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there, tell people the truth, try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Oh my god. So wait, this is after the scene with Rosalina and before the scene with Stella. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're a murderer. It seems to me like you killed yourself. I couldn't agree more. Damn it, boy, I may not have till morning. Promise me you'll go back. At the very least, show that Enoch bastard what for. I'm gonna stand in silence. He watches Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow her. What's he doing? Who are you? Fucking weirdo? You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Climbing up the trellis again? How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Are the bars metaphorical, or are they real? I'd like to see the old man try. No, not one for her brothers. I'm a prisoner, another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. I too hate the Scarlets, except for lovely Edwardine. Please, do tell me of their secrets and lies. Don't go into acting again, okay? Or don't go into acting, okay? Mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it's in hers. Yes, it seems your little trice sport fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Tabitha's eyes go wide. Wait, I'm going to be a daddy? Shh. Let it talk. I think this might be important. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. What are those hands? The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. This is definitely supposed to be the estate, but I can't tell how much of this is real and how much is a metaphor. I'm not messing with these locks. Stop talking. We might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. I wish I could. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. There, the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? Why should I trust you? Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Charles, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella? I'll listen to whoever I dang well please. How does it know that? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Can we talk now? What do you know about this place? I mean, this is almost certainly the estate, and whatever we just saw probably happened in the Forbidden Wings. Just based off the location of the windows. That half of the house has been off limits for over a decade. I don't know what we just saw, okay? And I know what it sounded like there, but Charlie isn't related to us. I know that much, I think. But what if he is? Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of the ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha talk. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. Dude. What the fuck are you? You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares through you. And indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. We've got to be near the end, right? The music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. It's a gift. Take it. I can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it more move like you. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. So that's why everyone's been moving weirdly. Well, they're possessed, right? He's got a thing with puppets. I'm not in it for the money. These wooden dolls are a mere stepping stone for the real deal. People. Don't antagonize the ghost. Not until we find a way out. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Again with that beach. I'm gonna remain silent. Quickly let the scene finish playing out. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. She still cares for Stella. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you and Tabitha can get in another word. Poor Gretchen! A single spotlight remains illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. The trapdoor. Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one of us is going to open it? Why are you asking that? Are you scared? Of course not. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Another one of these. Took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy to get. She shoved him down there. Eddie? God, I'm actually going to be sick this time. Cousin violently heaves in the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Do you see the tear running down her cheek? You see the tear running down her cheek at the end? She was conflicted. I didn't, but that's a good point. This whole thing isn't very fair, you know? We only saw one side of the story. It's only one side of the story, but the Scarlets have been giving since 1819. Shut up. Ugh, what now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Are you talking to us? I'm sorry you died. Don't answer it! You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What? What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it's... No, it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! I don't understand. You will live a shorter life. And I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at least. How much shorter would my life be? You aren't seriously entertaining this thing, are you? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. What happens if we refuse? Then, I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that my problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. With Tabitha, neither of us owe this ghost a damn thing. We're leaving. Yeah, you heard Stein, Sybil. Neither of us are compromising with this thing. Now, can you get us out of here? Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely. This is not our problem. If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement. Even if all your senses are telling you otherwise, try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. You can do as she says. You do as she says, closing your eyes. Suddenly the sounds and tactile sensations of the spirit realm feel much more distant, as though you've partially awoken from a terrible dream. Good. Now feel for the stairs. You fumble in the darkness, grasping the air in front of you. Your palms meet wood with a solid thunk. It's the staircase. You feel it in your hands. I found it. You begin your ascent. Good work, you two. You're doing great. Jesus. Place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes, seeing what feels like a superposition of the real and the fake. Don't let it trick you again. Its powers are already struggling to maintain their grip on you. You continue. You feel the door frame under your palm and then sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. We're almost out. I knew it. I knew this ghost wasn't a big deal. It's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit. Oh wait, it's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit, Tabitha. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and library. The real world swims closer and closer to being back into focus. The doors. Come on, Stein, we're almost there. You and Tabitha fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. Shall not be visited upon the Son. The sins of the Father shall not be visited upon the Son. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. But the spirit remains. It would have been much better to banish the thing. It spread from the annex to the entire building. Anyone who steps foot in there might be subjected to its torment. Not my problem. Not Stein's problem. I don't want anyone else in this town to experience that. That was awful. My bones were not meant to bend like that. I've never been so sore in my life. We'll board the place up and say there was a gas leak. There, fixed it. I suppose I'll have to find another place for me and Rosalina to stay. This was such a disaster. I'm so sorry to have brought you all into that house. I should have left the place to rot. You and Rosalina could always stay with us, Miss Gerates. I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. I made a huge mistake. Do you think the ghost would let me back in for a do-over? I don't want to think about what might happen to you if you went back in there. We're all safe, and we're all alive, and I'm happy you're in one piece. My daughter is right. Going back in would be ill-advised. The spirit is much stronger now that it was when you made your choice. I can only imagine any demands it might make of you now would be that much steeper. It's just a house. We don't even own it. I'm not going to let you sacrifice years of your life for a rental. It's done, Stein. We all should just accept what happened and move on. Is there a room at the estate? Your cousin grumbles. I don't usually do this kind of thing. The properties we own are for the miners, but there is a house that's vacant right now that might be suitable. You know the old Maxwell place? What? You can't be serious. That place is falling apart. Look, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't even make you pay rent for the first month. Consider it repayment for not literally giving up my soul to get rid of a ghost that wasn't causing any problems until the two of you lived there. That's funny. I thought it was your fault that pissed off... I thought it was your family that pissed off the ghost. Your cousin furiously pulls out a keyring before picking one off and handing it over to Oscar. Thank you. This really means a lot to me and Rosalina. Now, if y'all don't mind, I'm going home. I think I've had enough social interaction for a lifetime tonight. Finish up whatever you have to do here. I'll wait by the car. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. To think that ghosts are actually real. Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Actually, wait, where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there by herself. This isn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's just standing off by herself. Which, like, fair, that'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who had just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. Go talk with Stella. I'm going to go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey Stein. I'm so sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. You don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library now. There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? This is news to me too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. It was actually kind of hot. Monster lover! I got a fucking achievement for that. I am a monster lover, okay? God! Oh. Oh my god, gross. Ew. I haven't seen this guy, but I get it. Some people are into the thrill of danger. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Stein for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and you won't make trouble. I'm really sorry, Oscar. I'm really sorry, Rosalina. It's okay. Worse things have happened to people, and the price was just too high. We'll find a way to pick things up. I know you did everything you could for us, Stein. It probably was smart not to trust that ghost anyways. You won't have to do it alone, Oscar. You can help yourself to whatever you need from the store. Yeah, I'm sure Aunt Winnie and I can help out too. This is a good town full of good people, Stein. We won't let this ruin Oscar. What do we do about the library? We can always board it up until the ghost goes away, right? The mines were boarded up, and that just made us want to go down there even more. We can't just tell them it's mega haunted. Even if folks believe us, they'll just make them want to investigate for themselves. Maybe Tabitha had the right idea. Maybe just say there's a gas leak. Sybil, is there a chance this goes away on its own? I'm not really an authority on these things, but it doesn't seem interested in fading away. Okay, that's settled then. We board it up, we say there was a gas leak. And just hope no one gets curious, I guess. It's the best we can do for now. Were you all conscious the whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun, too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. What was it like, being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. None of this is your fault, okay? I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was just burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't want to keep Alexis's parents up too late. I'll be over later with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, okay? I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Stein. But I'm wired and I want to talk about stuff. Yeah, no, that would be me. Just be like, experiences ghost. But I'm wired! And I want to talk about shit. I am too. Mom, there'll be plenty of time for catching up tomorrow. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Stein. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts. Mom, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. Never been a fan of the word ghost. It'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit, the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. you have any idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. Prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting soon, but for now it's all fresh. The twisting wasn't the most pleasant, but even though I feel like I got tossed in a blender, it honestly made me feel so alive. So you don't regret coming along tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days, but it also was kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many people can say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. And grabs at his ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling, and knowing we all went through it together, it makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night's events and your decision to leave the haunting intact. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. How do you feel about that? The same I felt before we went into the house. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Do you think we did the right thing? Still second-guessing yourself? Don't waste your energy. It's like Sybil said, it's done, and there's nothing we can do about it other than move on. And for the record, yeah, I think we did the right thing. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. Jeez. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Here we go. Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. So Wayne is a he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Ugh, does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm so exhausted I can barely think straight. Who cares if Wayne is a he or an it anyways? I care! Pronouns matter! Either way, he's bad news, and you'd best steer clear. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason not to talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something? Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Do you think Stella is going to be okay? Like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She's a pest, and like all pests, she has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. What's gonna happen to the library? It'll stay boarded up until a real ghost hunter comes in or something. Or maybe Charlie just get fed up and disappear. I don't know how ghosts work. And it's not our problem now anyway. The important thing is, we both got out of there, and even though everybody got banged up, nobody died. I won't even charge Oscar and Rosalina much rent for the old Maxwell place. Out of the kindness of my heart, I'm sure they'll find something soon. How did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? Believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard the old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? I don't know about you, but I feel pretty traumatized right now. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Stein. Alright, I think it's time for me to go to bed. For me to turn in, go to bed. It's the same thing. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You're just gonna make it... You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all, and then the bus comes. I'd like to stay in touch after all this is done. We both got plenty of time to think that over. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms, its tallest yet, over Scarlet Hollow. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do so now. That's it for episode 3, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and going through this adventure. I'll see you for the next one, whenever that may be. Bye.